Today I want to speak directly to your heart. Perhaps life has been heavy lately. Perhaps the days feel long, the nights darker than usual, and the challenges seem insurmountable. I want to remind you of one powerful truth. You're going to be okay. Even when the storms rage, even when the path seems impossible, the universe is working on your behalf. The divine intelligence of life has a perfect plan for you, and nothing can thwart it. Your job is not to control the outcome, but to align yourself with the truth that there is order, wisdom, and perfection underlying every situation. When hardship knocks at your door, do not resist, do not fight. Instead, affirm silently or aloud that I am guided, I am protected, I am in the right place at the right time. These words are not mere platitudes, they are the keys to unlocking peace in the midst of chaos. When you declare your faith in the invisible power that governs all things, it responds. The same way that the sun rises every morning, so does your inner guidance rise to meet your needs. Remember, every obstacle you face carries a hidden blessing. Each trial is a message, a sign pointing you toward greater strength, wisdom, and clarity. You may not see it immediately, but trust that the tide of life is carrying you exactly where you need to be. You are never abandoned, never forgotten, never without support. The mind is a powerful tool. If you allow fear, doubt, or despair to take residence in it, your energy will be scattered and peace will seem distant. Instead, fill your mind with images of joy, abundance, and safety. See yourself already walking through the challenges, victorious, serene, and whole. By envisioning your highest good, you are not pretending. You are declaring a truth that already exists. The universe cannot distinguish between your faith and your fear. It responds to the vibration you emit. And now let me share a secret. Your heart knows what your mind sometimes doubts. When you quiet yourself, when you listen, when you surrender control, a miraculous wisdom arises within you. It will guide your steps, ease your burden, and remind you that the seemingly impossible is always possible when you align with divine law. So, on your hard days, speak to yourself gently. I am safe. I am loved. All is well. The path before me is illuminated. Repeat it until you feel it not only in your mind but in your soul. Trust in the invisible, for it never fails. Know that you are stronger than any storm, brighter than any shadow, and more capable than you have ever believed. Life has a way of testing our courage, our patience, and our faith, but every trial is temporary. The power of the universe is infinite, and it is working for you, even when circumstances suggest otherwise. Hold steady. Keep your vision clear. Keep your heart open. Keep speaking the truth of your own divinity. Believe me, even when the weight of the world feels unbearable, you are going to be okay. The tide will turn, the light will shine, and the blessings you cannot yet see are already making their way to you. So rise, dear friend. Stand firm in your truth. Speak words of faith, hope, and courage, and watch as your world transforms. Nothing can stop the current of good flowing to you when your heart and mind are in harmony with the divine. You are safe. You are guided. You are infinitely supported. And yes, you are going to be okay. Trusting the invisible power that governs the universe is the cornerstone of every life lived in peace, harmony, and ultimate success. There is a divine intelligence at work behind every circumstance, behind every seeming difficulty, and behind every moment of confusion or uncertainty. Many people allow their outer senses to dictate their belief, reacting to what they see, hear, or feel in the material world. They forget that the physical world is merely a reflection, a mirror of the invisible realm where all truth resides. The unseen world is alive with intelligence, order, and perfect planning. It is this power, always present, always vigilant, and always wise, that orchestrates events in a way that is infinitely beyond human comprehension. To trust this power is not a passive act. It is an active engagement with life through faith, understanding, and alignment with divine law. It requires one to step back from the turmoil of the moment and recognize that no circumstance exists outside of the care of this supreme intelligence. When we face trials, whether financial, relational, emotional, or health-related, it is easy to feel abandoned, lost, or unsupported. The mind may immediately leap to fear, worry, or doubt, questioning why such things are happening, who is at fault, or what can be done to prevent the hardship. Yet these very moments are the ones that call for the highest expression of trust. To trust the invisible power means to affirm with unwavering certainty that no matter how things appear, there is a perfect solution, a perfect outcome, and a perfect plan already in motion. It is to recognize that the seeming chaos of the outer world is only the appearance, and the true order exists in the unseen world where no confusion or limitation is present. The soul instinctively knows this, but the mind must be trained to see beyond appearances and hold fast to the truth of divine guidance. To place trust in this invisible power is also to surrender the need for control. Human beings often believe that they must manipulate circumstances, convince others, or struggle endlessly to achieve their desires. This effort, though sometimes necessary, inaction becomes counterproductive when it is driven by anxiety, fear, or impatience. Divine law operates perfectly and inexorably. It responds to the vibrations of trust, faith, and alignment. When we release the frantic need to orchestrate every outcome, we open ourselves to the intelligence that has never erred, that has never failed, and that is ever responsive to the alignment of our thoughts and intentions. In this surrender, there is immense relief, for the soul recognizes that the task of orchestrating the universe is beyond human capacity, but within the power of the divine, all things are made right. Trusting the invisible power does not mean passive waiting. It means active participation through alignment with truth. It means cultivating an inner awareness that every situation is being guided, that every apparent setback is actually a setup for something greater, and that every delay carries a hidden blessing. It is in this awareness that true peace is found. When fear arises, one can immediately turn inward and affirm, "I am guided, I am safe, I am in perfect order." These words are not empty, they are a vibrational signal to the universe, affirming the mind's trust in the intelligence that orchestrates all things. The universe responds not to pleading or desperation, but to the calm, assured faith that recognizes the unseen hand at work. Each declaration of trust strengthens the connection with the invisible power, and with each repetition, one becomes more attuned to its guidance, more receptive to its wisdom, and more confident in the perfect unfolding of life. Consider the lives of those who have walked before us and faced overwhelming challenges. Those who succeeded were not necessarily stronger, smarter, or luckier. They were aligned with this invisible power. They understood that appearances are not reality, that every obstacle is temporary, and that divine guidance is always present. When decisions needed to be made, they did so from a place of calm assurance, guided by an inner knowing rather than by panic or anxiety. When difficulties arose, they recognized them as opportunities to trust more fully, to refine their faith and to deepen their connection with the intelligence that governs all life. This is not mystical theory, it is the practical law of life. The same power that orchestrated their victories is available to everyone, at every moment, if only they choose to trust. One of the most profound aspects of trusting this invisible power is the transformation it brings to the mind and heart. Fear and doubt are replaced with confidence and serenity. The frantic searching for solutions gives way to inspired action, guided by intuition and insight. Patience replaces anxiety, and gratitude replaces complaint. As trust deepens, one begins to notice synchronicities, coincidences, and guidance that seem miraculous but are simply the natural response of the universe to alignment with truth. Doors open, opportunities appear, and help arrives in ways that logic cannot explain, yet the mind recognizes as perfect and timely. This is the evidence of trust in action, the seamless flow of life that feels effortless, harmonious, and abundant. It is also essential to recognize that trust in the invisible power is a daily practice, not a one-time declaration. Life constantly presents new situations, challenges, and tests. Each moment provides an opportunity to reaffirm one's faith, to let go of control, and to attune to the intelligence that governs all things. This practice strengthens the mind, calms the emotions, and stabilizes the spirit. It builds resilience, for one learns to navigate adversity with a steady heart, knowing that no circumstance can derail the perfect unfolding of life. Even when external conditions seem adverse, the inner consciousness remains anchored in trust, providing peace, clarity, and direction. The invisible power responds to clarity, confidence, and focus. When the mind is cluttered with worry, fear, or self-doubt, it obscures the connection with this guiding intelligence. Therefore, cultivating mental discipline, affirmations, and visualization is crucial. By consistently declaring, "I am guided, I am safe, I am in perfect order," the individual aligns with the frequency of the invisible power. Thoughts, words, and actions then flow naturally, effortlessly, and in perfect timing. This alignment transforms the perception of obstacles into opportunities, delays into preparation, and scarcity into abundance. The universe mirrors the vibration of trust back into experience, making life a reflection of inner faith. Trusting the invisible power also allows one to act courageously in the face of uncertainty. Fear often paralyzes, creating inaction or poor decisions. But when one trusts that unseen forces are guiding, supporting, and protecting, action becomes inspired rather than reactive. One begins to move forward with assurance, knowing that each step is directed, each choice is guided, and each endeavor is supported. Even mistakes or missteps are recognized as part of a greater plan, providing lessons, adjustments, and new insights that bring the individual closer to fulfillment. This perspective transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary, and the difficult into the purposeful. Life's greatest miracles are born not from struggle, but from alignment with this invisible intelligence. The human mind can only perceive fragments of reality, but the unseen world operates with infinite knowledge, foresight, and precision. By trusting the invisible power, one taps into this infinite reservoir of wisdom. Solutions to problems appear effortlessly. Guidance is recognized intuitively, and the path of least resistance becomes apparent. There is no need for worry, no need for forceful striving, for the power that orchestrates all life is limitless, and it is always working for the good of those who align with it. Trust also nurtures joy. When the heart is anchored in faith in the unseen, the mind relaxes, and the soul experiences a sense of peace that surpasses understanding. Joy is not dependent on external conditions, but arises naturally from the recognition that life is unfolding perfectly, and that every moment, no matter how challenging it appears, is imbued with intelligence, love, and guidance. Even amidst trials, there is a sense of buoyancy, an inner smile, a knowing that everything is being taken care of by forces far greater than any individual circumstance. This inner joy becomes a magnet, attracting more blessings, clarity, and abundance into life. To trust the invisible power fully is to live in a state of constant alignment with divine law. It is to recognize that all things, seen and unseen, are interconnected, and that one's thoughts, words, and actions have a profound influence on the unfolding of life. It is to embrace patience, cultivate clarity, and maintain unwavering faith. It is to release fear, doubt, and anxiety, and replace them with confidence, hope, and expectation. It is to know, with absolute certainty, that no matter how dire the circumstances appear, the perfect order of the universe is at work, guiding, protecting, and providing at every moment. The power of words and thoughts is one of the most profound and immediate forces in life. Every word you speak and every thought you hold carries a vibration that influences your circumstances, your relationships, your health, and your prosperity. Many people underestimate the impact of their own inner dialogue and the declarations they make aloud. They speak casually, complain frequently, or dwell on negative outcomes, not realizing that these words and thoughts are shaping the very reality they wish to change. When you understand that your mind and tongue are instruments of creation, you recognize the incredible responsibility and the equally incredible opportunity you have in shaping your life. Words are not merely sounds or symbols, they are creative forces, energy in motion, and vehicles through which the unseen intelligence of the universe responds. Your thoughts are the blueprint, your words are the commands, and together they summon experiences, people, opportunities, and events into manifestation. Every time you declare doubt, fear, or limitation, you are essentially giving instructions to the universe about what you do not want. Conversely, when you declare faith, abundance, love, and success, you are providing a clear directive that aligns with the highest good. The universe responds not with judgment, but with precision. It mirrors the vibration you emit. This is why mastering your words and thoughts is not optional. it is essential. It is a daily discipline, a conscious practice, and an art that requires attention, repetition, and alignment with the truth of life. To speak or think without awareness is to drift aimlessly, subject to external circumstances, moods, and the influence of others. But to speak and think consciously is to become a deliberate creator, a conscious participant in the unfolding of your own life. One of the first steps in harnessing this power is cultivating awareness. Notice the words you use in casual conversation, the thoughts that arise spontaneously in your mind, and the beliefs that quietly dictate your reactions. Are you speaking from fear or from faith? Are your thoughts centered on limitation or on possibility? Every complaint, every negative remark, and every express ion of doubt serves as a subtle but persistent command to the universe, reinforcing what you do not desire. Conversely, every statement of confidence, gratitude, and expectation acts as a beacon, attracting the conditions and opportunities that match the vibration you emit. Awareness is the key that allows you to take control, to redirect energy, and to consciously choose the reality you wish to experience. Affirmation is a central tool in this process. By speaking words that reflect your highest vision, your mind begins to internalize that truth, and the universe responds accordingly. Affirmations are not empty words, they are declarations of faith, expressions of alignment, and invitations to the unseen power to manifest in your life. When you repeatedly affirm, "I am prosperous," "I am healthy," "I am guided," "I am safe," you are not simply repeating phrases, you are establishing a reality within your consciousness that the universe cannot ignore. The mind, body, and spirit respond to these vibrations, adjusting thought patterns, emotional responses, and actions in harmony with the declared truth. Over time, these affirmations shape your beliefs, transform your perception, and attract experiences that match the frequency of your words. Visualization works hand in hand with affirmations. To see with clarity the life you desire, to feel it in your imagination, as though it were already real, amplifies the power of your words. The mind does not distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is materially present. By combining clear visualization with spoken declarations, you are sending a powerful message to the universe that your intentions are focused, deliberate, and unwavering. The unseen world responds to this alignment, arranging circumstances, resources, and opportunities to bring the imagined reality into manifestation. When you speak your vision aloud, you are effectively translating thought into form, bridging the invisible and the visible with conscious intent. It is also vital to guard against words of fear, doubt, and complaint. Negativity, even when subtle or habitual, creates vibrations that attract similar experiences. Phrases like, "I can't," "It's impossible," or "I don't have enough" signal to the universe that you are aligned with lack and limitation. The words you choose are the architects of your life. They either build structures of success, love, and abundance, or they construct walls of restriction, fear, and struggle. Discipline in speech is therefore as important as discipline in thought. Speak deliberately, consciously, and with intention. When challenges arise, do not give voice to panic or despair. Instead, declare your faith, your courage, and your expectation that solutions are appearing, that guidance is available, and that everything is working together for your highest good. Beyond affirmations and visualization, the feeling behind the words and thoughts is crucial. Words alone, without feeling and conviction, are like seeds sown on rocky soil. They may fall short of fruition. The energy, emotion, and faith that accompany your declarations are what awaken the unseen power to respond. When you speak with certainty, gratitude, and joy, you are sending a vibrational signal that the universe cannot resist. Your words become magnetic, drawing circumstances and experiences into alignment with your inner state. The more consistent, focused, and emotionally charged your declarations, the more rapidly and accurately they manifest. It is the combination of clarity, intention, and feeling that transforms speech and thought into creative forces of extraordinary potency. Consider the subtle ways in which daily speech shapes life. Complaining about traffic, money, relationships, or health may seem harmless, but each statement reinforces a pattern of limitation. On the other hand, gratitude, praise, and declarations of faith shift consciousness toward abundance, harmony, and fulfillment. Even when circumstances appear contrary, affirming the truth of your divine guidance innate worth, and the abundance of life creates a vibrational resonance that eventually manifests in visible form. Words are not bound by time. Their energy persists, influencing future outcomes and attracting experiences that match the vibration they carry. To ignore the power of words is to unknowingly allow life to be shaped by accident rather than by design. Intentional speech also influences relationships, opportunities, and environment. Words carry energy that affects others, shaping their responses, attitudes, and perceptions. By choosing words that inspire, uplift, and affirm, you align not only yourself but also the world around you with the higher order of life. Conversely, harsh, critical, or negative words can create resistance, conflict, and limitation. Thoughtful, deliberate, and loving speech fosters cooperation, understanding, and harmony, opening doors that might otherwise remain closed. The creative power of words is therefore not limited to personal manifestation. It extends outward, influencing communities, workplaces, and social interactions in profound ways. The mind's creative ability is inseparable from speech. Every thought forms a pattern. Every word transmits that pattern into the unseen, and the universe responds with precise correspondence. By consciously choosing thoughts and words of faith, optimism, and expectation, one orchestrates life in accordance with divine law. Negativity, hesitation, and doubt weaken the connection with the unseen and delay the unfolding of desired outcomes. Therefore, mastery of speech and thought is essential to a life of fulfillment, health, prosperity, and joy. Consistency, repetition, and emotional engagement are the key ingredients that transform ordinary words into powerful instruments of creation. In practice, this means cultivating an inner dialogue that reflects faith, abundance, and possibility at all times. It means speaking as though the desired outcome is already accomplished. It means reframing challenges as opportunities and declaring solutions rather than focusing on problems. It means saturating thoughts and speech with gratitude for the unseen workings of life, acknowledging the constant support of divine intelligence. It is in this conscious engagement with words and thoughts that one steps fully into the role of deliberate creator, shaping life with precision, clarity, and harmony. Trial. Every difficulty, every challenge carries within it a hidden blessing. This is one of the fundamental truths of life that the wise recognize. Nothing occurs without purpose, and every seeming obstacle is a guidepost, directing you toward greater strength, clarity, and fulfillment. When hardship arrives, the first instinct is often resistance, complaint, or despair. Yet, it is precisely in these moments that the most profound opportunities are hidden. Life does not punish, it educates. It does not block, it redirects. It does not abandon, it strengthens. The visible appearance of struggle is only the surface. Beneath it lies a current of growth, preparation, and awakening that shapes character, refines understanding, and expands consciousness. To see blessings in every trial is to perceive the divine intelligence orchestrating your life and to align with its perfect wisdom. Every challenge offers a lesson. Sometimes the lesson is patience, teaching us to wait with faith rather than to push with anxiety. Sometimes it is courage, revealing the inner reservoirs of strength we did not know existed. Sometimes it is discernment, helping us to see clearly where our energy should be directed and where it should be withdrawn. Even situations that appear as setbacks are often catalysts for redirection, leading us to paths that better serve our highest good. The key is perception. Those who see only difficulty experience frustration, while those who see the hidden blessing experience transformation. The visible obstacle is temporary, but the inner growth it produces is lasting. Adversity also reveals priorities. When life becomes challenging, it exposes what is truly important and what is not. Relationships, values, and goals are clarified through the lens of difficulty. What seemed urgent may be trivial, and what seemed distant may become essential. This process is part of the hidden blessing inherent in every trial. By embracing the lesson, rather than resisting the circumstance, one gains clarity and focus, aligning more fully with the path intended by divine intelligence. Challenges strip away illusions, exposing truth, and providing an opportunity to make decisions that resonate with purpose and authenticity. Another dimension of hidden blessings is the cultivation of resilience. Life's trials are not designed to break us, they are designed to strengthen us. Every obstacle faced and overcome adds to the inner fortress of character. Strength is not merely physical or mental, it is spiritual and emotional, a deep knowing that no matter what appears, one can endure, adapt, and emerge stronger. Resilience transforms fear into confidence, hesitation into action, and despair into hope. When one recognizes that hardship is temporary and that blessings are woven into the experience, a sense of courage naturally arises. Each trial becomes not a burden to bear, but an opportunity to demonstrate faith, perseverance, and trust in the unfolding of life. Gratitude is essential to success. Seeing blessings in every trial. Gratitude shifts perspective from lack to abundance, from fear to faith, and from complaint to appreciation. Even in moments of difficulty, there is always something to acknowledge, a lesson learned, a strength discovered, an insight gained, or the mere fact of being alive to experience growth. When gratitude accompanies adversity, it amplifies the hidden blessings, making them more visible and accessible. Gratitude is not denial of reality, it is recognition of the deeper purpose inherent in every event, the higher wisdom working on your behalf, and the opportunities for expansion hidden within challenge. The hidden blessings of trials often manifest in unexpected ways. A delay in one area may open doors in another. A conflict may reveal a deeper understanding of oneself or another person. A loss may redirect attention to a more fulfilling pursuit. The mind may initially perceive loss, pain, or difficulty, but the unseen intelligence of life is always arranging circumstances to bring about the highest good. Those who are attuned to this principle recognize that the timing, people, and events of life are perfectly coordinated, even when the human mind struggles to comprehend it. Faith in the unseen transforms apparent obstacles into stepping stones, allowing each challenge to become a conduit for greater opportunity and fulfillment. Every trial is also an invitation to deepen trust in the unseen power that governs life. When circumstances appear confusing or unjust, the natural human response is doubt. Yet, within each trial is the opportunity to affirm, I am guided, I am protected, I am being led to my highest good. By responding to challenge with faith rather than fear, one strengthens the connection with divine intelligence, opening channels for guidance, insight, and assistance. Trusting the hidden workings of life allows one to move through difficulty with grace, patience, and clarity, recognizing that the blessing is present even if it is not yet visible. The lessons embedded in challenges are cumulative. Each experience, each difficulty, each seeming failure contributes to the refinement of character and the expansion of consciousness. Life's hidden blessings are rarely instantaneous. They often unfold gradually, revealing themselves as one grows in awareness, wisdom, and alignment with divine law. The key is to remain open, observant, and receptive. By consistently seeking the lesson, asking what the circumstance is teaching, and listening to inner guidance, one uncovers the value hidden within every experience. Life becomes a school, every moment a teacher, and every trial a doorway to higher understanding and greater joy. Empathy and compassion are also cultivated through adversity. Experiencing challenges personally heightens sensitivity to the struggles of others. It fosters kindness, patience, and understanding, qualities that deepen relationships and create harmonious interactions. The hidden blessing in difficulty is often not only personal growth, but the ability to positively influence the lives of others. By recognizing and embracing the lessons in your own trials, you develop the capacity to support, inspire, and guide others through their challenges, creating a ripple effect of healing, encouragement, and empowerment. Finally, the hidden blessings of trials often manifest as opportunities for creativity, innovation, and problem-solving. When conventional solutions fail, the mind is compelled to think in new ways, to explore untried paths, and to develop novel approaches. Adversity sparks ingenuity, resourcefulness, and adaptability. By embracing challenges with an open mind, one discovers latent talents, unexplored strengths, and untapped potential. Every obstacle becomes a laboratory for growth, a canvas for creation, and a stage for the emergence of latent abilities. What appears as difficulty is often a disguised invitation to rise, expand, and excel beyond previous limitations.